Good morning to you. God bless you. Ever found yourself in a bit of a tricky situation? Yes, I have many a time. I want to read you today from Matthew 22 and verse 15. Then the Pharisees went and plotted how to entangle him in his words. And they sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians, saying, Teacher, we know that you are true and teach the way of God truthfully, and you do not care about anyone's opinion, for you are not swayed by appearances. Tell us then, what do you think? Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But Jesus, aware of their malice, said, Why do you put me to the test, you hypocrites? Show me the coin for the tax. And they brought him a denarius. And Jesus said to them, Whose likeness and inscription is this? They said, Caesar's. Then he said to them, Therefore render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. When they heard it, they marvelled, and they left him and went away. The Pharisees were seeking to entangle him, it says, entangle him in his words. They were trying to catch him out. Now they brought the Herodians. These were rich people of the court of Herod, people who had a little bit of money, shall we say. So what's the question on their mind? What do we do about money? Because Caesar had put a tax upon all of the Roman Empire, and it was being collected, we know, even by disciples previously, as Matthew, before he became a disciple, was a tax collector. So the question on the minds of the people who had a lot of money was, how do we keep hold of it? So they tried to catch Jesus out, and they asked him, do you say we should pay taxes to Caesar or not? Now, if he said, and not, then guess what? They're going to report him to the Romans. The Romans are going to arrest him because he's instructing people not to pay taxes. Very popular with the people, of course, though. Or if he turned around and said, no, pay the tax, then he's incredibly unpopular with the Jews because he's being seen then to side with the Romans and to support their oppression in the people at that moment. So Jesus' answer is not the answer they expected. They expected that they had him between a rock and a hard place, between two impossible answers. But Jesus' answer, give to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. Have you ever found yourself in a seemingly impossible situation? Difficult answers or difficult questions that need to be answered. Not necessarily by malice, that somebody squeezed you into a corner and forced you between a literal rock and a hard place, but you find yourself with difficult decisions that need to be made, and neither option seems to be good. So what do we do? Well, in that moment, we turn to God. We trust in God's wisdom. We trust in his answer to seemingly impossible situations. For what is impossible with man is possible with God. By faith we listen. By faith we wait. And by faith we hear his voice, his answer, and we act upon it. In Psalm 62, David said, my God alone, my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. How long will all of you attack a man to batter him, like a leaning wall, a tottering fence? They only plan to thrust him down from his high position. They take pleasure in falsehood. They bless with their mouths, but inwardly they curse. For my God alone, I my soul wait in silence, for my hope is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and my glory. My rock, my refuge is God. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. In times of difficulty, trouble, and even when difficult decisions have got to be made, at all times we should turn to God, seek his wisdom, seek his answer. It may not be the only two options that we think that we have. God bless you. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow.